Hello, great people. Governor Alia of Benue State have stated that candidate of the Labour Party in the 2022 presidential election, Mr. Peter Obi, lacks courtesy for attempting to visit his state, Benue State, without observing due protocol. By implication, the governor is saying that Peter Obi ought to have pre-informed him before visiting his state. In a moment, I'll play you a video of where the governor was on TV and where he made that statement, and I look forward to your impression in the comment section. But before I play you the tape, let me lay a background so that you can understand what you're about to watch. You will recall that murderous X-Men wreak havoc in Benue State, and this has been a recurring decimal in the state, and this also happened in Plateau State. So when this happened, out of sympathy, Mr. Peter Obi decided to visit the state. He went to Plateau State. He was received and welcomed by the governor, and he attempted to visit Benue State, but the governor unleashed the apparatus of the state to make sure that Mr. Peter Obi was stopped. An action that many people deem to be political. And when he stopped Mr. Peter Obi complained, and now the governor is responding when he appeared on TV that Mr. Peter Obi did not observe protocol. What does this action of the governor, what does it mean? What lessons can we learn from inter-party relationship in Nigeria and as regards governance, and also the people that are supposed to benefit from the action of leaders? Are actions of leaders supposed to be political? If yes, to what extent are those actions supposed to be political? We'll be dissecting this and a whole lot more on this episode with your show plug, Dr. Omoshola. First, let us go and watch the video of Governor Alia's statement, then we'll come back for some great discussion. Let's watch it.
Earlier in the month, the Labour Party presidential candidate in 2023, Peter Obi, accused you of politicizing IDP and school visits. Why are you blocking humanitarian access or visits to IDPs?
No.
Is this about security or political control?
That's not the right narrative. I can never politicize that. I'm the one bearing the brunt and the pains and the sorrows of the IDPs in my state. The very respected Peter Obi was a governor. And if you are coming into someone's state, there are protocols. A very high personality, you're coming into someone's state, and your party does not even know that you are coming. And the sitting governor do not know you are coming. And then you are going into where I'm protecting even most, the IDP camp. It's my duty to protect them. They have been disbalanced. And then I need to protect them even some more. So I don't know the intent you have.
There you have it. You just watched Governor Alia of Benue State and you heard his reason of why he blocked Mr. Peter Obi's visit from his state. Later on in this video, I'll be making a comparative analysis of Benue State and Kaduna State, and I will be using it to explain to you how Governor Alia is a perfect example of how not to be a governor, especially in the area of the dynamics of conflict management. But first, let me focus on the issue between him and Mr. Peter Obi. In that particular video, you heard what Governor Alia said. He said that Mr. Peter Obi's intention was unknown. Well, for me, I think that is a barefaced lie. I think that is politics of the extreme. I think that is politics taking too far, in the sense that Mr. Peter Obi is a popular figure, and it was reported all over the media that Mr. Peter Obi visited Plateau State the day before. So definitely, based on what happened in your state, you would have known that the intention of Mr. Peter Obi is to visit the IDP camp and to replicate what he did in Plateau State. And I will put the video of Mr. Peter Obi in Plateau State. I'll put it on the screen for you to see. This is what Mr. Peter Obi just want to replicate in Benue State. So for you to say you don't know his intention, that is a barefaced lie, and that coming from the person of Reverend Alia, because the governor is a Reverend Father, that itself leaves much to be desired. And if you look at what the governor said about the intention of Mr. Peter Obi, let us look at it. Let us dive deep into it. Does Mr. Peter Obi want to go to the IDP camp to look for work? Is he looking for work? Is there a job in the IDP camp? Does Mr. Peter Obi want to go to the IDP camp to pick a wife? that, oh, he needs a wife, so he needs to visit the IDP camp so that he can pick a wife from there. Is Mr. Peter Obi childless? Does he want to go to the IDP camp to adopt a child? If you look at it, is there a kind of like luxury mineral resources in the IDP camp that Mr. Peter Obi would like to explore? Let's say something like gold, let's say something like diamond, something like oil. Is there any of that in that IDP camp? So definitely the governor cannot say that he doesn't know. It is just something that is commonsensical anyway, that you don't know why Mr. Peter Obi want to visit the state. So I think that the governor is just trying to be overly political, and you cannot play politics at the time when the citizens of your state are vulnerable, at the time whereby they need love the most. And Mr. Peter Obi's presence would have made the people in the IDP camp, would have made them to feel loved, would have made them to feel appreciated. They would it would give them a kind of like a ray of hope once again, that at least the high and mighty in the society still remembers them. And if you look at it very well, Mr. Peter Obi's presence is going to add positively to the life of the people in the IDP camp, not negatively. Mr. Peter Obi is going to add positively to their life in the sense that he is going there to kind of like give something. He will go there to kind of like contribute meaningfully to their life. Mr. Peter Obi is not going there to take away from there. He's going there to add to whatever they have in that particular IDP camp. And it is not the political season. There's no much political benefit for Mr. Peter Obi by visiting that particular IDP camp. It is just an act of just a kind gesture from Mr. Peter Obi. And if you looking at it, Governor Alia decided to be politically correct for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Governor Alia chose to be politically correct for the president in the sense that the president, when all those issues happened in Plateau and Benue State, about over 100 people were killed, and the president didn't cut short his trip. He was in Paris. From there, he traveled to London. He was chilling on a private visit. He didn't deem it fit to visit. So Mr. Peter Obi's presence in the state, it's a kind of like it will put the president in bad light. But then again, if the president cannot do something right, does that stop Mr. Peter Obi from showing empathy to the people of Benue State? So I think that the governor just choose to be overly politically correct, and that itself is not a right thing, in the sense that you are trying to protect the president that appears not to care so much for the people of your state. Is the president that you are trying to be overly politically correct at the expense of your citizens. People want to go and kind of like sympathize with them, you are stopping them. And if you look at it, the governor said that, he owes it a duty to protect the people in the IDP camp. Well, that is good of you, Mr. Governor. But then I can tell you that stopping Mr. Peter Obi, who happened to be armless, who is a popular figure, from visiting the IDP camp for the sake of political correctness, is not you protecting the people of Benue State. Now, I will give you some points if you don't know how to protect the people of Benue State, rather than stopping the likes of Mr. Peter Obi or any political figure at that, especially those that are not in good term with the president, that are opposition figures. Stopping them is not protecting the people. This is how you can protect the people. You can protect the people by going after their murderers, by going after the killer S-men, the extremists, the bandits, the terrorists that are terrorizing their life. Going after them is you protecting them, rebuilding their communities, the communities that they left, rebuilding their homes for them, reestablishing them in their choice of occupation, making sure that their life returns back to normal. That is when we can say that you are protecting the people. Now, influencing the president, confusing the president, being at the forefront of the establishment of state and community police is you protecting the people, not stopping somebody like Mr. Peter Obi from visiting them. So if you truly care about protecting your people, you should be at the forefront of the advocacy for state police. You should be convincing the president. You should be talking to the president about that. Let there be state police, let there be community police. That is you going all out to protect your people, because Nigeria is Nigeria practices federalism, and then you are now practicing a unitary police in a federal system, in a kind of like heterogeneous society. So the Governor Alia that is suffering the activities of murderous S-men, bandit terrorists, should be the one to be at the forefront of state police if he truly cares about protecting his people. Constructing access roads is something that the governor can also do. When the bandits, when they come, if the access roads to those communities are being constructed, it will be easier for the police, the military, the DSS to be able to come to the aid of the people. Most of these rural areas, they don't have good access roads. So constructing the access roads is you protecting the people, not stopping somebody like Mr. Peter Obi from visiting them. And also, embracing technology is you protecting your people. The governor should look into using drones, using, cameras, using the latest technologies. Investing in technology is you protecting the people, not you stopping people like Mr. Peter Obi or any other political exposed person like that from visiting the people and sympathizing with them. Now, let me do the comparison between Benue State and Southern Kaduna. You see what Benue State is going through now was what was happening in Southern Kaduna, in Kaduna State, when El-Rufai was there. When Samuel Ortom was the governor of Benue State, Samuel Ortom is of the PDP. Samuel Ortom went after those murderous S-men. He even kind of like promulgated a law against open grazing, and Samuel Ortom was hard on the murderous S-men, the bandits, and there was relative peace in the state. Now that Samuel Ortom has left and Alia of the APC is there now, there's no longer peace in the state. The state has now turned to Southern Kaduna. What was happening in Southern Kaduna is now what is happening in Benue State. When El-Rufai was the governor, there was repeated attacks in Southern Kaduna. Southern Kaduna is largely populated by Christians, and El-Rufai, who appears to be a fanatic Muslim based on the leaked tapes that we have, and he denying the Christians the deputy governorship ticket in the state, as has been the tradition in the state. We can say that El-Rufai is more of a fanatic Muslim. Now, El-Rufai has left. Another Muslim is there now, Ubasani. Suddenly, there is peace in Southern Kaduna. Now, that Southern Kaduna now is now the old Benue State of Samuel Ortom. There's now peace in Southern Kaduna. Benue State now is now the Southern Kaduna in the days of Nasir El-Rufai, because Southern Kaduna, Benue State now is now experiencing killing every now and then. And that's why I said that the Governor Alia needs to learn about the dynamics of conflict management from Governor Samuel Ortom, the immediate past governor, and also the governor of Kaduna State, Ubasani. And the governor should try to be less political and be more active in terms of providing the dividend of democracy and protecting life and property, which is the primary responsibility of government. It's been an interesting time with you on this episode. Subscribe, turn on your notification button, catch up with my past videos. See you in my next video. I love you all sincerely.